What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Transfer Tuesdays. Now, apologies for last week. I did actually miss the Transfer Tuesdays. It's just been a lot going on, so it just passed me by. But we're back this week. That's the main thing. And I've got a few gossips for transfer news this week. So let's get into it. So Manchester United willing to pay 75 million for Atletico target Llorente, the midfielder. I believe he's more of a defensive midfielder, which United have been crying out for. Personally, I would like Declan Rice or Ndidi. This might be a more likely target for Llorente. So I haven't seen him too much. I've seen a little bit of him, but not enough to comment on him too much. But what I saw of him, he looks like a steady player. So 75 million United are willing to pay for him. And that was the first one for this week. Second up, we got Leicester and Crystal Palace interested in Naby Keita from Liverpool. But also Atletico Madrid are interested in him too. He has a lot of injury problems since he's come to Liverpool. Obviously, he got him from Leipzig, I believe, before. And he's a good footballer, no doubt about it. He's definitely got ability, comfortable on the ball. He's got great energy, physical for his size as well. He's strong for his size. But he's been hit with a lot of injuries since he's been moved to Liverpool. So, yeah, Leicester, Palace and Atletico Madrid are all linked with him. But I don't really know. I think Liverpool will get rid of him, to be honest, because if he was fully fit all the time, I think he would be starting for them. But he's had a lot of injury problems, so I do see them moving him on. Personally, I don't know why there's so many teams interested in him. Not because of the ability, but because of the injury issues. So I'm not sure where he's going to go. I don't think Palace potentially would be able to afford him. Leicester probably would. And I think he would suit Leicester, but it's how much is he going to be available with the injuries. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him on that. But no, it's a shame because he is a very good player. But as I said, it looks like he might be riddled with injuries for his career. So Keita, Leicester, Atletico Madrid and Crystal Palace all interested in him. This one is coming from all Arsenal. Sander Berg from Sheffield United, who have obviously just been relegated. Sheffield are going to have to sell a lot of their players now to get some money back and try and help the club out for obviously getting relegated. But Arsenal are apparently interested in him. They've just had a bid rejected of 17.2 for him for the Norwegian. And I'm surprised that they rejected it. I'm not sure what he's valued at, but I thought that Sheffield would have snapped that up, that sort of price. So maybe they're out there looking for 20, 25, something like that. But I'm not sure what he's valued at. Seen him a little bit for Sheffield throughout the year. I think he's tidy, but personally I think he might be a little bit overrated. But Arsenal have just had a bid rejected for 17.2. So see if they go back with another bid for him, or someone else might come in and snatch him up. This one from Inside Football. Liverpool and Leeds are interested in Rodrigo de Paul from Udinese. Don't know anything about this guy, I've got to admit. I've never heard of him. But apparently he loves Udinese and how the club is run and how they treat their players. So even though Liverpool and Leeds could be attractive to him, he's attracted and comfortable to how life is at Udinese, and it could take a lot by what he's saying. It seems to take him away from there. So look, I've never heard of the guy. I believe he's a midfielder, but yeah, I've not heard of him. But Liverpool and Leeds interested in him. Probably it's not going to happen though, by the sounds of it, because of how comfortable he sounds at Udinese, and he said that he's happy there. So, but that is one that there seems to be a little bit of truth around. So the next one is from Transfer Market Web. PSG interested in getting Kieran Trippier. He's got 1 year left on his Atletico contract. I believe he's done quite well since he went to Atletico. I haven't really been following him, but I think he's done a steady job there, and done a good job. So, will he go to PSG? Possibly. It's closer to England, obviously, being in France. But a lot of people seem to think that he will return to England because of family situations and stuff. To be honest, I personally see him coming back to England. Not sure who for. Possibly Man United as a backup, or, well, I don't know. Would he be a backup to Aaron Wan-Bissaka? It's interesting. I think he will come back to England, if anything, but PSG have been linked with him and are interested in him. but he does have 1 year left on his contract. So, and then lastly this week, Memphis Depay has left Lyon and is a free agent and is looking at his options. So, a former United player, didn't work out at Manchester United for Depay. I don't think he was the worst one out of the likes of like Sanchez and Di Maria, but didn't quite work out at United for him. But he's since moved and kicked on at Lyon again. But he has left now. I'm not sure if he's fell out with a club or his contract run out, but he has left and he is now a free agent and he's looking at his options. So I think there'll be a few teams interested in him. I do think he's a good player. Just maybe not suited to the English league, but I do think that there'll be a number of clubs interested in getting him. So he has left Lyon and is a free agent. So that is it for this week, guys, for this week's Transfer Tuesdays. Hope you enjoyed it, and let's see if any of these develop in the coming months or weeks. And I'll be back next week with another Transfer Tuesdays. I'll speak to you then.